Welcome back, fellow Indians. I am the Neural, and this is TUG. Today we're gonna be doing some exploring, and I will be making some post commentary because what I want to talk about really can't be. Well, I can't do it live. Let's put it that way. So while we explore and end up hopelessly bugged into a tree, so this world is a bust. What I'm gonna do is try to give you some elements of the lore behind this game, which is extremely interesting. I really hope the devs are still working on it, even though their team has suffered sort of a drawback recently because they had to fire half the team because of some investor thing. It was just horrible, horrible. Anyway, I will be commenting on what the hell I'm trying to do because while I was exploring, I was trying to get a potion of plant growth, and we need a horn for that, which we can get from the goats. So that we could try. I was actually trying to grow a little seedling. Yeah, one of those little trees that can grow the bulbs that can grow into a tripod tree, a giant tree. One of the trees that I got stuck in. I was trying to see if we could grow one of those. Oh look, one of the Lothari and the Kinokojin. But let's get on with the lore, shall we? Now, there is a video out there which I can't even find right now. I think if you look for TUG lore, you can find it. But anyway, in that video, they described an ancient civilization, the Seeds, which disappeared. By a cataclysm or a war, or they just left. That's unclear. Everything is very unclear. They just disappeared, and they had gems, glowing blue gems in their necks. If you notice, those little giggly creatures, the Kinokojins, actually the mushroom people, they actually have their gems in their necks. Although they don't seem to have that big a relation with the original Seeds, that's kind of something that, yeah, it kind of confuses me. But then again, I'm very glad that it confuses everyone and not just me. Oh, by the way, if the sound's kind of iffy, this is the new headset that Doc M gave me, so I might still be trying to figure some stuff out. But okay, we had those guys. They disappeared, and then the gods, the stars, I believe maybe the stars, decided to create a new generation of Seeds. Those were the second generation Seeds. Seeds, these people, the people we play as. But as time progressed, and this is all based on that video, the gems in their necks descended into their left hand. And this is also visible in their in the rune tablets that we were given. Now, after this descending of the gems, we now it's peaceful within the community that we are third generation seedlings. So we have the appearance of little children. And now, based on the tablets, the rune tablets that the devs provided us, the community actually managed to decrypt some of that language, which is completely made up. It is based on actual languages, but it is made up. It has a grammar similar to English, but that's pretty much it. So I am going to go through some of those stones to give you an idea of what's going on. So the first stone actually seems to depict four different deities or demigods that exist in the world of TUG. These are the Eternae, who seem to either have been created by the stars or have created the stars themselves. Then there is the Devotae, the Oblivisae, and the Tenebrae. So these seem to be the Tenebrae seem to be the more demonic creatures. The Oblivizae seem to be demigods. So the runes they are 12, and the runes that depict them seem to depict them as well fairly ground treading. Let's call them that. Not very celestial, even though demigod looking or hero looking. So about the Devotae, there aren't that many clues, and the Eternae, they just seem to be gods. Now, let's get on with each Oblivith, which is the singular form of Oblivizae, and try to figure out which Obliviths or Oblivizae exist. Oh, but first, these fire crystals are so cool. It's such a shame that we can't really do anything with them yet. They are really, really cool. Please, devs, if you're watching this, make something out of the fire crystals. Look at the rest of the video, the stuff I try to do. Alright, let's check out the Oblivizae and see what kind of demigods we have here. So, first and foremost, we have Prael. He is the first Oblivizae Oblivith that the stones talked about, and he seems to rule over war. The runes themselves say Prael Oblivizeia, which seems to be Prael of the Oblivizae, Kavos, which the community kind of agrees means something like rules over, and Bellum. Bellum is just plain Latin for war. Now the next one is, besides Prael, is Vaenia. Now Vaenia reads that she rules over Ameir and Rupam. Now this seems to be the figure itself seems to be dressed in rich clothing. So some people suggested that this is something to do with money and merchants. I, however, am more inclined to think of it as an Oblivith that rules over thieves and thievery, because Rupam is very close to Ruba, which is a natural evolution of lettering and spelling, the P to the B. So Ruba is translatable in some languages, or approximately, to steal and stuff like that. So I would go with the stealing thievery thing. This fire crystal, I can't do anything with it either. Ice crystal. Okay, so we have Vaenia, and the next one is this. I can't. Nobody seems to figure out one of the letters. It seems to end in AST, so something ast. Is the Oblivith is a reasonable translation that rules over maybe destiny, luck, maybe something of the sort. That's still contested. Let's just call it like that. Now we have Zenio, is one of Oblivizae that rules over whatever Achom and Ve Shantim. Ve seems to mean and, Shantim. Can't really figure it out. I don't think anybody has yet. Now Unabara. Unabara is one of the Oblivizae that rules over, it says, Marim Arashei Venare. That seems to be, Marim seems to be the seas, and Nare the rivers. Arashei, maybe islands, still unsure. There is also Faran, which honestly I couldn't figure out what the hell it was talking about, but it seems to be one of the things he rules over is Lirith and Machinam. So Lirith, I would go with music, but Machinam seems to be machine, something to do with machine. So that's kind of who knows, right? But it might be something of the sort. Okay, so that was Faran. Karu is a really cool Oblivith that seems to rule over hunt and beasts. So Venaden and Ferahe. Hunt and beast seems to be reasonably there. Um, Ayaza can't really figure it out. I mean, what can we do? It looks like kind of a warrior figure, but we already have a warrior one. So Esham and Demiran can't really think of anything. Now Olum of the Oblivize rules over death. Kavos Mortam rules over death. Although remember, this isn't a bad deity or depicted as bad. It's just the one that rules over death. Bavn is also one of the. It has a weird construction, but rules over Dom, Arulam, and Tham. There seems to be some indications that this has something to do with buildings and construction. So maybe a god of engineers or builders, something of the sort. That's anybody's guess too. And these are the 12, the 12 Oblivizae. We can't really figure out why the Oblivizae are so important. Maybe they aren't more important than the other ones. They just haven't released the runes that talk about the other ones. But it's kind of what the hell are we doing here? uh, that is pretty much it. That's the most of the lore of this world, the thick of the lore around this world, and now we're killing cats. But anyway, there you have it. Just one more point. There is a stone, a rune stone that specifically talks about the seedlings. The Zerahe seems to indicate that they have their gemstones in their hand, and it talks about what seems to be gemstones, Netrium, for all the Oblivizae. Which is not the Oblivizae, excuse me, the other deities, and some of them have gems in other parts of their bodies, so stop being a perv. And anyway, that is going to be it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Please do leave a like if you enjoyed the episode, or a dislike if you didn't. And until next time, as always, I have been Ben Earl, and I hope you have an awesome day.